to know, what movie franchise would you wipe off the planet? 1, 2, 3. Oh! It's 2 years since we put out our first episode. It was on Father's Day 2 years ago. And it's been a while since we've been on camera. We've been doing all of our 2-minute reviews. So hopefully you guys have been watching that.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably been like 6 months since we did one of these episodes. I mean, we've been putting out our other channel, the What's in the Box stuff. But it's been a while since we did one of these episodes. And I've missed it. We've done the reviews, but this is the fun stuff.
I figured we could make it a little bit fun today and just kind of ask some questions so you guys can play along with us and comment your answers. And we're going to reminisce a little bit on the past couple of years. So
let's do it.
Let's kick it off with the first question. I thought about this and I was just wondering, I wonder what Sean Marcus would think about what franchise he wants to kick off the planet. So I want to do this. I'm going to count to 3. And we're just going to both say what franchise it is at the same time.
I feel like it's going to be the same one. I'm not positive, but I feel like it's going to be the same one. But yeah, right, okay. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Transformers. Man, that was definitely one of them on the list. But man, I just can't stand Transformers. There's too much stuff happening when they transform. It just doesn't make sense to me.
100% agree with you with that. The transformations are just ridiculous and over the top, and it just kind of like irritates me a little bit. Like, I don't hate them. I haven't watched most of them. But like, I've got a soft spot for Transformers because of my childhood. So it's like, yeah, they kind of suck, but I wouldn't want to wipe them out because there might be hope. Maybe they get a new director and they get better. How many do
they have? Like 6 or 7 of them or something now?
I don't know.
The part that drove me nuts on the first one, and I think we talked about it before, is all the Transformers are like hiding around his house, like fully like standing up. You guys turn into cars. Just hide and drive off. Like, you don't need to be standing around the houses trying to like not be seen in the window.
Yeah, go in the alley, turn into a car.
So I'd be happy for him to just disappear.
Yeah, but speaking of cars, we got to talk about Fast and the Furious because it's f***ing ridiculous. And I hate them. I started out liking them, maybe the first 1 or 2. It's kind of like Saw, the first 1 or 2 were good, and then they kind of got ridiculous. I mean, they went into outer space in a car. That's all I'm going to say. The franchise needs to be done with.
I didn't even see that. They're just taking little notes from Sharknado. They're like, we can put sharks in space. What if we went to space?
Oh, wait, I'm pretty sure they went into outer space. I'm not confusing with Sharknado, am I? After the one where they like pulled a bank vault out with a Dodge Charger, I don't care how souped up it is, you can't pull an entire 12 by 12 foot bank vault full of cash down the street with a car.
Yeah. But what do you guys think? Do you want to keep Fast and the Furious? Do you want to keep Transformers? Are we complete idiots and you just hate us?
Yeah, most people think we're idiots. So we've talked about what franchise we want to totally get rid of. Later on in the episode, I'm going to ask you 3 movie franchise. You have to marry one, f*** one, or kill one. And by that, I mean you can marry, watch them as much as you want over and over and over again. Fuck. You can only watch one of the movies one time, or kill. You have to completely get rid of it and it will be erased from your memory. All of these movies will disappear from the face of the earth. So kind of get that in your frame of mind, but later on in the episode, I'm going to ask you that.
I'm looking forward to it because you're just pulling this on the spot on me. So.
Yeah.
But over the last 2 years, like we've reviewed and watched a lot of movies. What was like your favorite movie that you've reviewed or that we've talked about during this whole time?
I'm going to keep it to obviously new movies that came out while we were recording because we've done some old school movies that are amazing.
Just classics, yeah.
Yeah, The Goonies versus Stand By Me. I mean, obviously Goonies is going to be one of my favorites. But of the recent movies, I've narrowed it down to 2. Maverick for just the insane action and nostalgia. And 2, Everything Everywhere All at Once, just simply for the creativity that they had in that movie.
Oh, man.
Just blew my mind. Some of the acting, whatever. But holy hell, was that creative. So those 2 movies.
Maverick, I totally could see you doing. Everything Everywhere All at Once, that was a great movie. But I didn't think it was going to be on your list for...
Yeah, I mean, I like when directors and writers get just super creative. And I mean, that's all I can say about that movie. Is like, it was just so out there. Really made you think.
My first one is Prey. Just because I absolutely love Predator, man. It's been a long time coming for us to get like a good Predator movie, and that one just did such an amazing job. I can't wait. I hear they're doing possibly a samurai one.
Is Tom Cruise going to be in it? Is he going to be the last samurai?
They just tie it all in together. Yeah. So Predator is probably always going to be in my tops there. The other one that surprised me, you hit me up one night and I watched it instantly, was The Menu, man.
The Menu, yeah.
That one just sits in my mind, and I recommend it to so many people. You have to watch it. It was so cool. I watched it a couple times, and I almost feel like watching it again. Ralph Fiennes did an amazing job in that. Like, the whole thing just felt original. It makes you want to go eat stuff. I don't know why. I just love the food shots that they have there. I'm just like, man, that looks pretty good.
And it kind of makes you want to kill pretentious people, so...
If you have a taste for either one of those.
Yeah, I can see where this guy's going with that. Yeah, definitely. I agree.
On the lines of that, what is a movie that you watched but you just decided you didn't want to review?
I think we should cover didn't want to review and that we watched that we didn't end up reviewing. There was a movie that I watched. I started watching. I'm like, I'm going to do a review on this movie. I started watching it and it was so bad I shut it off and I cannot remember what movie it was.
That's how bad it was. It just wiped out of your memory.
It was that bad. I was trying to go through our text conversations to see if I could find it. But there was one movie that I did finish and I thought for sure I would love it because it's my favorite topic, bank robberies. Based on a real bank robbery, the biggest bank heist in U.S. history. It's called Heist 82. The movie is crap. Total garbage. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to review this because it's so bad.
What made it so bad?
The writing was just terrible. It felt like a 4th grader wrote it. Like they were like, hey, write a movie about a bank robbery. And that's what they came up with. As you're watching, you're like, no, this would not happen. Like, I'm not talking about the bank heist, but just like the interactions. I'm like, so unbelievable. What about you?
I went to Mystery Movie Monday, which happens at Regal, and I watched Sting. I was excited right when the movie started because when you go to Mystery Movie Monday, you don't know what movie you're going to see. And like you just get surprised and it's a new movie that's not out yet. But right off the bat, there's like this old lady in the house and then the walls are like shaking. And I was like, oh, cool. We're getting an awesome like creature film or something. I'm in. This is up my alley. But man, that movie just sucked ass. Like, I almost left. Basically, there's a spider that flies down from space and then lands into this little playhouse and then grows really fast. And
was this the Adam Sandler movie where there's this spider? Because that was bad too.
He should have killed that spider and then we wouldn't have had to have Sting.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, the kills and stuff were cool, but the acting was like terrible. And I was trying to figure out, is the acting bad or was that just how it was written and they're playing those characters? Either way, it just wasn't for me. And I almost did a review just bashing it, but then it didn't even feel worth my time to even do that.
Well, let me kind of parlay off of that and ask you this. What movie did you review that you thought the worst?
I just recently reviewed In a Violent Nature. I'm excited for this. This is cool. The trailer looks brutal. It's all from the killer's perspective. I almost walked out of the theater on that one. It's straight up. There's no music in the whole thing that would really help carry the movie. It was literally just Foley footsteps and nature sounds, and you're walking behind this like Jason-like figure.
Stop.
And it was cool all the way up to like the first kill, and then it just kept going. There's like scenes that I swear were like 5 minutes of just watching him walk. And I was honestly surprised to see how many people defended that movie just in the comments. And I get it. There's going to be some people, it's artsy, it's out there, it's different. But man, I don't know. I was so excited. There's cool kills, but then they just didn't have any emotion behind it. And I think also you're following the killer, so there's no suspense. You know this person's going to die. That's the point of the movie. Whereas when you're following the people running around, you don't know where the killer is going to come.
Yeah.
But in this, you're like, yeah, he's in the woods walking still.
he is right behind you.
Yeah. If you want to see me bash that one, I made a review on it. So go watch the review. It's only 2 minutes.
So what movies then did you watch that you loved that you wish we had done a review on? I've got 2. I can sum this up into one word. Barbenheimer. I mean, the most talked about movies of last year. One of the best movies. I'll let you decide which one I'm thinking.
Did you actually see both of them?
Yeah, it is not Barbie. I thought that one was way hyped up. But I think we could have made a fun review about it. So I wish we would have done that. I think it had so much potential and they just fell on their little plastic face. But Oppenheimer, yeah, I wish we would have done one on that too. But
I still haven't even seen it.
Yeah, well, get out there and watch it.
I don't know. It's like a 3-hour movie, isn't it?
So break it up into 2 movies.
Go still on the hour and a half train here.
What about you?
I'm stubborn. For me, there's a bunch of movies, man, honestly, that I watched and I wanted to review. But first, Late Night with the Devil. I absolutely love that, man. Like, I watched it later when it finally hit Shudder, and I think that was a really well done, interesting movie. And I felt like I was watching footage of an episode that didn't come out on a late night show. And the acting is great in that movie. And I really wanted to do a review. And who knows, maybe I'll still do one just because I enjoyed it so much. It won't get as many views or anything, but you know what? We're doing this stuff because we love doing it too. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was also really good, and it was nice to kind of get away from Caesar a little bit and start a whole new story like well into the future.
Did that movie focus more on the Cobb and not the Caesar?
Always going to food there, man. Yeah. And we love hearing recommendations. So if there's been movies that have come out like this year that you haven't seen us do a review on that we should go watch, like hit us up, throw some comments down. We always like suggestions. So with all that, there's so many movies coming out right now. What movies are you looking forward to? Is there any that like have piqued your interest that you're waiting on?
All right. This one I know we're going to agree upon. The new Alien movie.
Oh, that's first on my list right there, man. Alien Romulus looks really good. It looks like they kind of going back to the basics, man. And all those face huggers in the trailer just like coming through just look so brutal.
You ready for this little curveball I'm throwing at you today? All right, the marry, kill of movie franchises. Again, one of these movies or franchises you have to marry, and you can watch them as many times as you want, all of them. One of them you have to and you can only watch one of the entire franchise one time, or kill, you have to completely wipe this movie franchise off the face of the earth. It is gone from your memory. No one will remember that these franchises existed. Okay, you ready? So we got Marvel Universe, Star Wars, or the Predator/Alien universe, because those are kind of getting lumped together now.
They have crossover, Sure. Actually, that's pretty hard.
Tough, isn't it?
There's no winning. I don't think there's winning in this. I know all of the movies and stuff aren't great in this, but like I have to marry the Predator and Alien franchises.
Okay.
Like those are gonna stay with me. You know, I have tattoos and stuff that acknowledge those movies, so I have to. I'm married to those. I think we need Who Wants to Be a Millionaire stuff popping up right here.
Do you want to phone a friend?
I wish I could, but I think...
Should we poll the
audience? I'm going
to
tell you, I am going to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm going to watch Thor Ragnarok again. I watched that movie so many times. One last time. It's all I need. Just
All right.
Just one last time.
So you've wiped Star Wars off the planet.
It's gone with the Death Star, man.
All right.
Boom.
What about Alderaan?
Boom. It's on its way out, so I might as well just get rid of it. Let's give you one, man. Goonies, Shawshank, and Heat. Marry, kill, go.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so Shawshank is the highest rated movie on IMDb of all time. I would hate to do that to the world and take it off the face of the earth. Goonies has such a special place in my heart. I watched it on my 8th birthday when I moved to America. It was like one of the first movies I saw in the movie theater. And Heat is the best bank robbery movie of all time. I'm doing this for the good of the world. Not everybody loves bank robbery movies, so I'm going to kill Heat. Oh, it hurts. Man. Oh, it hurts so bad.
Snipe, bow.
I Goonies because I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
If I can watch it one more time and just live in that memory, I will do that. And I'm going to leave Shawshank for the world to enjoy being the #1 rated movie of all time. Man, that hurt. That made me sick to my stomach.
You're going to be just living your life, married to Shawshank, but just dreaming about that one fuck you had with Goonies.
Yeah. Yeah. But then feel like part of me is missing because Heat doesn't exist in the world.
Honestly, I wasn't sure if you were going to marry Shawshank, but you did it for the good of the people, I guess.
Yeah.
Man.
You're welcome, America and the world. Guys, give us 3 other options for us to marry, kill.
Well, that's it for our 2-year anniversary. Thank you for the ride that you've taken us all on, and keep watching. We still do 2-minute reviews is what we're basically on a lot. We love doing this, so I hope we can schedule some time. It's getting a little bit easier with the kids and new spaces and stuff now.
We got our top 5s, top 5 things. Those are the lists are fun to do, and we'll put out some more of these episodes. And for those of you guys that like to see us on screen, come over to our other show, What's in the F***ing Box, on YouTube and TikTok and all that, where we open up mystery boxes.
Yeah, you can win. You don't even have to be right.
Yeah, you see us every single day on there.
2 different channels you can see us on. So,
next
time.
See you guys.